Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing my metal garage structure. I ordered it from Carport Central, and they're also known as All Steel Carports. These are 100% metal built. They come in a kit. They're all bolted together. You can customize everything on it, from garage door to doors on the side and windows and the size of the frame and the size of the legs and your siding, your colors, your trim, everything. These are really great and I'm very happy with it so far. A lot cheaper to build compared to your traditional stick built or wood built garages. I've had it for 2 months now. When I ordered it, it took about 4 weeks to come. They come out and install it. 3 guys came and built this in 7 hours. Pretty crazy to believe, right? But yeah, so here's my review and let's jump right into it. So first, I ordered this without a garage door. I put my own in. I got insulated. I have a garage door opener where from all these wholesaling garage companies, they basically get them from the same suppliers, and they come with roll-up doors, manual, that you have to get out and do it every time. And I wanted to hit a button and call it a day. So all this comes from the companies besides the garage. Basically what you see is what you get. I chose pewter gray with black trim and a black roof, and you can get siding that is vertical or horizontal. I went 10-foot legs on the side, and I believe that makes it 14 at the peak. So far I'm very impressed with it. Sturdiness, holds up to the weather. It's a great, bang for your buck. It's a little loud when it rains. I guess that's my only downfall, on a metal roof, compared to, having shingles, which, takes a lot of the sound away. But other than that, it's great. I'm very, very happy with it. So basically how you start it is you call them, you order it, you have to do your own foundation. So I put it on concrete, 4-inch slab. I believe they can put it on rocks. They can put it on grass, dirt, whatever. Just depends on your code in your city and township and whatever the company, I guess, is willing to do. So yeah, they came out once the slab was already done and they put it up. So basically you call them, you get to customize everything. I told them I wanted one side door and one window, opposed to, windows all around or doors all around. And I only wanted one garage door. I ended up going an 8x18, so I could fit my lifted trucks in it. And so it was pretty wide. Your traditional garage door, I believe, is 16x7 for a 2-car garage. This ends up being just about a 2.5-car garage. My dimensions are 24 wide and 25 long. And like I mentioned earlier, 10 on the sides, 14 in the middle. So it is pretty tall. I wanted to go a little bit bigger, but due to some restrictions and whatnot, this is what I ended up with. So back to the part where, like I said, 3 guys came out and they put it up in about 7 hours. Like I said, it's all a kit when you order it. Basically, when they come out here, they bolt everything together. They have a couple cutting and, little things they got to modify, obviously. But other than that, it's almost just ready to go off the trailer. What I really liked is, like I said, it got done in 1 day, where a wood built or stick built is what they call it, takes anywhere from 3-4 weeks, 5-6 weeks, depending on your contractor. And I wanted something ready to go in 1 day, and that was really, really cool. So when they came out and installed it, it doesn't come with gutters, which kind of sucks, but I don't know if they put them on there or not, because like I said, being the metal structure, and there's a 6-inch overhang on each side, so it'll be a little tough. That's really my only downfall or complaint, water splashing down in this dirt and then it comes up on the side. But other than that, it's okay. Now they're just set on concrete and they're bolted down, the framing inside. So I threw down some clear caulk, and it's done really well on not letting water in, and it just looks kind of dingy. So I kind of wish I would have painted it, because it is paintable. It was clear and now it's like a brownish dirty color, but I threw that around outside and inside, and so far it hasn't let any water in, so I'm really, really happy with that. So without further ado, let's jump to the inside. Now, if you order them with the door, like I said, it's gonna be a manual door, and they have a lock on it and whatnot, but it's all, you can order it with or without, frame out or not. I'm really happy with this option. I had a guy come out and install a nice opener. I went with a Liftmaster 8500. So far, really impressed with it. It's Wi-Fi. I can have it on my phone and open it. It's really cool. Has a nice lock on it. And so far, really happy with that instead of having to roll it up every day. But you know, here it is. It's really tall inside. I wanted that so it didn't like make it feel so small in here and crowded. The door, I don't like that it has a window in it. And this whole thing's pretty much obviously square. So having a diamond window is kind of awkward to me, and it just makes it look a little cheaper. Down the road, I might put a different door in. I think it's pretty much the standard size. I believe it's 80 inches tall by 36 inches wide, but it's not bad. I don't really use it as much as I thought I would, but it's definitely nice to have, or it'll be nice to have in the winter because I'm in Michigan, the snow and the cold, and not having to open the garage door every time and let the heat out. But it does its job for sure. Back to that caulking. Here's that clear caulk I was talking about. It's actually called Lexel, and it bonds to pretty much everything. And that's why I chose, instead of having like a white or a gray or black caulk, that just, I don't know if it'll last or hold up. So far happy with that. I don't have it insulated yet. I think I'm gonna go that route. A lot of guys do some spray foaming. I don't really like the look of that though. So I might throw some insulation in here basically, and then throw some boards or drywall or some thin plywood. And that'll, I think, do the job as far as, you know, keeping it, you know, 10, 15 degrees warmer in here in the winters, because it does get cold. Like I said, I'm in Michigan, and it can be -10 or -20 at any given time. Here's that Lexel clear silicone that I ended up using. Tough elastic sealant for every job. Sticks to almost anything. And that's pretty true. It stuck to the concrete, stuck to the metal, and it did a really good job. It, like I said, I went all the way around the outside and then all the way around the inside, and gave it pretty much a watertight finish, and hasn't let any water in. So, you know, so far so good, I guess. Now the siding is a little thin, just like little thin sheet metal, but the framing's pretty thick. It's 2-inch, or I believe 2 1/4, I'm sorry. And like I said, it's bolted right down through the concrete, and this is going all around the garage. And I have some pictures of it being built, and I'll post those at the end or during the middle, I'm not sure yet, and kind of show you, you know, a step-by-step of, you know, what they went through and how they went. First, they went through laying all the bottoms out, and then they bolted them down. Then these basically frames slid over top of them, and then that basically gave you your framing. And then they started with the roof and the sides, and you know, they cranked it out really fast. They did a really good job. Give you a better view of it with the garage closed. This Liftmaster 8500 is so quiet. I absolutely love it. If this was an attached garage and you're trying to, you know, open your garage at night or close it, you know, it wouldn't wake anyone up. It's so quiet, and obviously I'm detached, so that doesn't really matter, but it's really nice. It's a side-mounted garage door opener instead of your traditional up top, where if I ever wanted to put a hoist in here or something, that would restrict it if you have an overhead garage door opener like on a chain, like your traditional. These are mounted on the side, and it's just way more convenient and way more nicer. So yeah, obviously a little dark in here. I haven't done electrical yet, haven't got my lights hung. Like I said, it's only been 2 or 3 months, and that's coming. Winter's coming, so I'm trying to get all this done, you know, as fast as I can. The space in here though isn't that bad. Only having 2 vehicles in here. I mean, this truck is, you know, 8-9 feet wide, 20 some feet long, and this car is only like, I don't know, 6 feet wide and 15 or 16 feet long. But there's plenty of room to walk in between and on the sides. Behind the car, I have a lot of room. Like I said, it's 25 deep and 24 wide. So definitely a lot of room. So Here's another play where it comes into the installation. Some light does come in on the sides because, like I said, it's metal to metal, you know, coming to a corner, and they don't have really anything to seal it, and you know, that's how they keep their costs down. A little bit of light comes in at the top if you can see it, but each corner shows off a little bit, and you know, that's could be bugs coming in, or you know, heat or cold air or whatever. So that I got to figure out, caulking, maybe some great stuff, throw it in there, some insulation, you know, to block all of that out, you know, some around the door. But just trying to show you everything so you can decide if this is something that you want, or if you want to go with a metal, or you know, or not metal, I'm sorry, a wood built or stick built, but from a contractor. Now the gaps you see on the sides, I haven't put up the rubber all the way around the garage door yet, so take that out of the equation. You know, that won't be in your garage if you decide to go with one. But yeah, like I said, I got it from Carport Central, and all these companies are pretty much the same, all the same supplies and suppliers. And you know, you don't have to go with one or the other. Check your pricing around, but they're really, really competitive, and they usually do some price matching depending who you're working with. And I'm pretty sure they go to a lot of different states, a lot of different cities. It just all depends on your area, and you call them and get a quote, and you get the ball rolling. All right, we'll let some more light in and open the garage up. Windows pretty nice. They do a pretty good job with it for just being all, like I said, bolted together. There are two little things you push in at the bottom, and they fold right up, or it goes right up, and it has a screen. And you know, you can't beat it the price. You can add as many as you want. The size doesn't matter. You tell them. You could even have a garage door going all the way through, so you could have a drive up. It's whatever you really want. They can make it happen. All pricing varies, and just everything's customizable. Like I said, you go 8 foot tall, 14 foot, 12 foot. It doesn't matter. It's just whatever you want for your house or your area. And yeah, I'm really happy with the 10 foot. Like I said, 10 foot sides. It makes it really nice in here. It feels big. I wish the garage was a little bit bigger, but obviously, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But it's nice to have the tall roof if I ever want to do some sort of like attic space or storage space, and throw some boards across up there, and put some stuff up there to get it out of the way. Or like I said, if I ever want to do a hoist, I could do that as well. But they give you a lot of different options to go through, and you know, just whatever works for you, really. So this is how they layer it. Obviously start from the bottom and work their way up and layer it, and that's so, you know, water can't fall into it. Now if they did it the other way around, you'd have some problems, obviously. But we'll go outside and I'll give you a better view of how it looks from a distance. But I would for sure recommend one. If you're on a budget, or if you're in an area, or if you are, you know, in a time crunch, I mean, these are awesome. They're really convenient, and I mean, a lot of guys I feel like are going to this now. I had to do quite a bit of excavating. As you can see, it's about 3 foot difference in grade from back here to up there. So I had to dig out. I'm in a little of a pit, so my water and draining's kind of a concern. But if you're on flat ground, you'll have no issues at all. Then of course I had to throw some seed down and some erosion blankets to get the grass to grow. But if you're on a flat area, it shouldn't be an issue at all. But yeah, from the back view, closes off from the road, which is nice, and you know, it tucks in behind the house pretty good. Happy with the colors. I really didn't know if I was gonna do like a beige to match my house, or a white or something, or red, I guess, like a traditional barn. Probably not, but I'm really happy with this dark gray, or pewter gray, with black trim. It's really cool, really sets it off. Gotten a lot of compliments on it so far, compared to, you know, your traditional white trim or white roof. But like I said, you get to choose any color you want, so that's pretty cool. And like I said, they do not do the concrete slabs. It is your job to get the ground flat, so when they come out, they just put it up and get on the road. It's not their job to get the ground prepped. I'm sure that's what you pay a contractor for, and that's what, you know, makes the cost so much more, and you know, going wood built, or even if you went metal with a contractor. So we'll go back to the garage door aspect of it. So like I got something what they call a frame out, and they come out whatever size garage door you order. They come out and basically just leave this gap all the way around, throw the beam up top, and then trim it. And it's your job, or whatever. When they get done, you have your garage door company come out and install it and throw the rails up and whatnot. But basically, I mean, these started out as just carports. And if you're familiar with a carport, it's basically just a metal structure with just legs all the way around with a roof or a ceiling, basically, and to get your vehicle or whatever you have in storage just out of the rain or sun or snow, whatever. And then, so they came along with these, I don't know how many years ago, and just started boxing them all in all the way around the sides, and obviously a little more framing and structure and sturdiness, and you know, bam, you basically have a garage, obviously. And yeah, I think it's definitely not the way of the future. I think wood's always going to be, you know, wood built's always gonna be precedent, you know, so much more customization and just like getting everything perfect, I guess, where metal's a little more rough edges and whatnot. But this is a great second option to that. One more thing to be aware of, how I have this positioned is the sun rises over here and the sun sets on this backside. So in the summer when it got really hot, you know, we had a couple 80, 90 degree days, this side and this side got pretty hot. So I guess be careful, you know, what you're putting up against it, or, you know, what you have inside. But it can get pretty hot in here in the summer. But like I said, leaving a window open, the door open, but it's pretty shaded off. I have a tree over here too, but it didn't get, you know, 100 degrees hot, but the wall was a little bit warm. So, you know, if you had something next to it, you know, you might just be cautious, I guess, what you put next to them, and how your house is set up or your garage is set up for the sun setting and the sun rising. But that's just another, I guess, not a complaint, just something just to be careful of, I guess. But yeah, another thing too would be these beams up here. You know, these are what's, you know, making it a little bit more sturdy. So if you're ever to wall it all off, you'd have to somehow angle those or angle the wall, and these would stick out it, or, you know, curve it in a little bit. That's a little bit of pain. It won't be an issue for me. Like I said, if I do my insulation tucking and then just walling this off, those will stick through it, no big deal. And then throw some sort of insulation up top, or I guess if I sprayed it, like I said, I just don't really like the look of that. But yeah, just some more tips and, you know, what I really think about it, I guess. I'll give you a better look from the road. So I've been here for a year, and this driveway I just got done too was all dirt, so that kind of sucked. But yeah, living here a year without a garage was pretty bad, and now that I have this, I mean, it's just night and day difference. And like I said, very happy with it. I recommend it to anyone. I think it's a great thing for the money. Little chipmunk running past. But yeah, so these go from anywhere, I guess, from this size, I'm into it right under $8,000. That's without a garage door. Obviously I put my own garage door in, but I've seen them as cheap as 6 or 7 for a little bit smaller, or I've seen you know, a 30 by 40 for 20 grand. I mean, it just all depends on everything that you customize. You know, the doors, the windows, the sides, the height, the length, the width, whatever. It just really all depends on what you want. So if I were to change anything, obviously you always want a little more, right? You always want a little bit bigger. So I wish I would have went a little bit wider and a little bit longer. Like I said, originally I wanted a 30 by 40 so I could fit about 4 vehicles, since I have quite a few. But other than that, I'm happy with the door. I'm happy with the window. I'm happy with the side door. I guess I could have threw a window in the back or on the side. I just didn't really want to look at my neighbor. I guess I could have had one going out the back to look at the property or see, you know, if anything was back there. But other than that, I really don't have any regrets or complaints. It's a little bit loud, like I said, when it rains, but that's because it's a metal roof. You know, throw some insulation up there or some wood or whatever, and that'll drown out the sound a lot. Or spray foam, like I said, it's a really popular option. But I mean, everything else I'm happy with. It's you know, it's a no-brainer. I would do this over and over again. My future houses, I would definitely look into doing this again. Maybe, like I said, a little bit bigger, but yeah, very happy with it. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I'd really appreciate it. I'm starting to get this thing going, and more truck videos and car videos, and maybe more reviews like this, some how-tos. But yeah, thanks a lot and have a good day.